Name two important ideas from the Declaration of Independence and the U.S. Constitution. Equality, liberty. Who does a U.S. Senator represent? Citizens of their state. What is the form of government of the United States? Republic. How many seats are on the Supreme Court? 9. Name one war fought by the United States in the 1900s. World War I. Name one power of the U.S. Congress. Write laws. What does the Bill of Rights protect? The basic rights of Americans. What war did the Americans fight to win independence from Britain? American Revolution. Alexander Hamilton is famous for many things. Name one. First Secretary of the Treasury. What is the supreme law of the land? U.S. Constitution. What is Veterans Day? A holiday to honor people in the U.S. military. What is the rule of law? Everyone must follow the law. How long is a term for a U.S. Senator? 6 years. Name the three branches of government. Legislative, executive, and judicial. Who does a member of the House of Representatives represent? Citizens in their district. Who is the Chief Justice of the United States now? John Roberts. Benjamin Franklin is famous for many things. Name one. U.S. diplomat. Who wrote the Declaration of Independence? Thomas Jefferson. What is the name of the national anthem? The Star-Spangled Banner. What was the Great Depression? Longest economic recession in modern history. Where is the Statue of Liberty? New York Harbor. How are changes made to the U.S. Constitution? Amendments. Why does the flag have 50 stars? Because there is one star for each state. What part of the federal government writes laws? U.S. Congress. Name one thing the U.S. Constitution does. Forms the government. Who vetoes bills? The President of the United States. What is the capital of your state? Answers will vary. The President of the United States is elected for how many years? 4 years. The American Revolution had many important events. Name one. Declaration of Independence. Who is one of your state U.S. senators now? Answers will vary. What is Independence Day? The country's birthday. The words life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness are in what founding document? Declaration of Independence. What is one part of the judicial branch? Supreme Court. Name one war fought by the United States in the 1800s. Civil War. What is the name of the Speaker of the House of Representatives now? Mike Johnson. Why did the United States enter the Vietnam War? To stop the spread of communism. What is one way Americans can serve their country? Vote. Who was president during the Great Depression and World War II? Franklin Roosevelt. What is the name of the Vice President of the United States now? J.D. Vance. Name one U.S. military conflict after the September 11, 2001 attacks. War in Iraq. What are 3 rights of everyone living in the United States? Freedom of expression, freedom of speech, freedom of religion. What amendment says all persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are U.S. citizens? 14th Amendment. It is important for all men aged 18 through 25 to register for the Selective Service. Name one reason why. Required by law. Who was the United States' main rival during the Cold War? Russia. Why did the United States enter the Persian Gulf War? To force the Iraqi military from Kuwait. What did the Emancipation Proclamation do? Free the slaves. The U.S. Constitution starts with the words, "We the people." What does "we the people" mean? self-government. How many senators does each state have? 2. What does the President's cabinet do? Advises the President of the United States. What is the purpose of the 10th Amendment? It states that the powers not given to the federal government belong to the state or to the people. Name one example of an American innovation. Airplane. Who lived in America before the Europeans arrived? American Indians. Why do U.S. representatives serve shorter terms than U.S. senators? To more closely follow public opinion. Name one power of the President. Vetoes bills. How can people become United States citizens? Naturalize. Thomas Jefferson is famous for many things. Name one. First Secretary of State. How long do Supreme Court justices serve? For life. What founding document was written in 1787? U.S. Constitution. The Civil War had many important events. Name one. Emancipation Proclamation. How many amendments does the U.S. Constitution have? 27. How long is a term for a member of the House of Representatives? 2 years. What are two cabinet-level positions? Secretary of Agriculture, Secretary of Commerce. When was the Declaration of Independence adopted? July 4th, 1776. When did all women get the right to vote? After World War I. What is Memorial Day? A holiday to honor soldiers who die in military service. What is the economic system of the United States? Capitalism. Who elects U.S. senators? Citizens from their state. Name one power that is only for the state. Provide schooling and education. There were 13 original states. Name 5. New York, New Jersey, Maryland, Virginia, Georgia. Why did the United States enter the Korean War? To stop the spread of communism. Why is the Declaration of Independence important? It says all people are created equal. How many U.S. senators are there? 100. Who signs bills to become laws? The President of the United States. What are two examples of civic participation in the United States? Vote, run for office. The Federalist Papers support the passage of the U.S. Constitution. Name one of the writers. James Madison. Why did the United States enter World War I? Because Germany attacked U.S. civilian ships. Name three national U.S. holidays. Memorial Day, Independence Day, Labor Day. Many documents influenced the U.S. Constitution. Name one. Declaration of Independence. How many voting members are in the House of Representatives? 435. What is the name of the President of the United States now? Donald Trump. Who is the governor of your state now? Answers will vary. Why were the Federalist Papers important? They supported passing the U.S. Constitution. When did the Great Depression start? The Great Crash, 1929. The nation's first motto was E pluribus unum. What does that mean? We all become one. Why does each state have two senators? Equal representation for a small state. How many Supreme Court justices are usually needed to decide a case? 5. Why is it important to pay federal taxes? Required by law. What founding document said the American colonies were free from Britain? Declaration of Independence. Why did the United States enter World War II? Bombing of Pearl Harbor. What are the two parts of the U.S. Congress? Senate and House of Representatives. Some states have more representatives than other states. Why? Because they have more people. What does the judicial branch do? Reviews laws. What do we show loyalty to when we say the Pledge of Allegiance? The United States, the flag. There are three branches of government. Why? Separation of powers. Name one leader of the women's rights movement in the 1800s. Susan B. Anthony. The President of the United States is in charge of which branch of government? Executive branch. Martin Luther King Jr. is famous for many things. Name one. Fought for civil rights. The executive branch has many parts. Name one. President of the United States. What is the capital of the United States? Washington, D.C. Name your U.S. representative. Answers will vary. Supreme Court Justice serve for life. Why? To be independent of politics. What major event happened on September 11, 2001 in the United States? Terrorists attack the United States. If the president can no longer serve, who becomes president? The vice president of the United States. Who can vote in federal elections, run for federal office, and serve on a jury in the United States? Citizens. Why does the flag have 13 stripes? Because there were 13 original colonies. Who elects members of the House of Representatives? Citizens from their congressional district. Abraham Lincoln is famous for many things. Name one. Freed the slaves, Emancipation Proclamation. Who is Commander-in-Chief of the U.S. military? The President of the United States. Name one American Indian tribe in the United States. Navajo. The President of the United States can serve only 2 terms. Why? Because of the 22nd Amendment. Name one power that is only for the federal government. Print paper money. What territory did the United States buy from France in 1803? Louisiana. Who appoints federal judges? The President of the United States. During the Cold War, what was one main concern of the United States? Communism. Name 2 promises that new citizens make in the oath of allegiance. Give up loyalty to other countries. Be loyal to the United States. Name the U.S. war between the North and the South. The Civil War. Why is the Electoral College important? It decides who is elected president. There are 4 amendments to the U.S. Constitution about who can vote. Describe one of them. Citizens 18 and older can vote. George Washington is famous for many things. Name one. Father of our country. What is the highest court in the United States? Supreme Court. James Madison is famous for many things. Name one. Father of the Constitution. What did the Civil Rights Movement do? Fought to end racial discrimination. The colonists came to America for many reasons. Name one. Freedom. What U.S. war ended slavery? The Civil War. What group of people was taken and sold as slaves? Africans. When did all men get the right to vote? After the Civil War. Dwight Eisenhower is famous for many things. Name one. General during World War II. Name one reason why the Americans declared independence from Britain. High taxes.